Hell yeah! See the wolves!
I finally got to lay hands on it. What do you think?
はい、まずはその今作のフェイトフューリーについていろいろ説明していただければ。
はい、じゃあちょっと今作について簡単に説明させてください。本作1991年に登場した画廊伝説から、シリーズ11作目となるタイトルです。前作マークから、1990年発売なので実に26年ぶりに新作が出せます。
So yeah, just about the overall series in general. As we said before, it started in 1991. This is actually the 11th title in the full series. The previous one was obviously in 1999, which was Mark of the Wolves. So it's 26 years since the last Fatal Fury.
A full 26 years. Wow. And now I feel old. Really old. Of course, I never played the Fatal Fury series, so Mark of the Wolves was my first one.
And I'm really liking those mechanics. How did you do it? Like, there's so much going on there.
まあ本当に遊んでいたらめっちゃ楽しかったんですけど、まあそのシステム周りとかそのメカニックとかなんか簡単に説明していただけたら。
はい、レブシステム楽しんでもらえてすごく嬉しいです。ちょっとまだ知らない方のために軽く説明させてもらうと、まあ、画面の下にちょっとレブゲージっていうのがあるんで、オーバーヒートするまで、いろんな技を
Also, change the. Hold on a second.
などですね。はい。
Yeah, so basically, I mean, we're very happy that everybody's having fun with the game. The rev system, we put a lot of different thought and effort into it. And as you can see, the rev gauge is a little bit different than other titles, where basically you can use all of your resources up from the beginning until you overheat with
things
like the rev excel and all that kind of stuff. It allows a lot of different player expression because there's so many different ways to use it.
And we know there's a lot more to dig through, and mechanic-wise, in City of the Wolves. It's unbelievable.
SPG. Ow, shit. And so basically, the top gauge, you get benefits, increased attack power, health, recovery, etc. Yeah, basically top. Now they changed to SPG.
Yeah, so one of the main, I guess, concepts originally from the project was to try to bring almost like a best of from all of the various systems that were overall Fatal Fury for all the years, and just bring them all together and combine them into a new system.
Crazy, man. But
Combo break, feint, just defense, and combination attacks.
Narrow that down.
まあやっぱりそれで結構幅広い選択肢とかあるんですけど、まあそういうどうやって調整していくんでしょうか。
そうですね。まあちょっと調整という点から離れちゃうんです。
Also, I didn't pay attention to the. To what was that? Where is it? It was about the. Oh.
His debut title was actually the first.
Okay.
Is a little bit different than other
Rev meter. Actually, build on rev meter to use on extra overheat, they become unavailable. Rev meter recovers over time when you land attacks and so on. Okay.
How'd you come up with the rev system?
まあそのレブシステムのコンセプトとかはどうやって考えたのでしょうか。
はい、まあ先ほど言った通り、画廊の集大成ということで、実はレブシステムも、画廊伝説ワイルドアンビションのヒートシステムっていうのを、まあ、今作用にアレンジしたものになります。まあ、
Also, I didn't.
ヒー
Hold
ト
on.
ちょっと
There
名
we go.
前変えちゃおうっていうことで、今レブっていうのに、使わせてもらってます。
Also, give me that 60 frames.
How'd you come up with the rev system?
まあそのレブシステムのコンセプトとかはどうやって考えたのでしょうか。
はい、まあ先ほど言った通り、画廊の集大成ということで、実はレブシステムも、画廊伝説ワイルドアンビションのヒートシステムっていうのを、まあ、今作用にアレンジしたものになります。まあもうヒートはちょっと名前変えちゃおうっていうことで、今レブっていうのに、使わせてもらってます。
Yeah, so the rev system, actually the main concept was actually coming originally from the heat system, which was in Wild Ambition, and kind of taking that and arranging it for more modern.
Never played Wild Ambition.
And changing the name obviously from heat to rev to kind of match the overall setting of the world and such.
Dynamite stuff, man. Now I want to talk about the characters though, because that's where most of the people are here to talk about. They want to hear about the characters.
Yep.
まああとはキャラクター周り
Terry Rock,
と思いますけど、何か共有できることとかある。
Koshimoto or
これま
Marco,
でに今8キャラクターですね。
T-Zoc, B Janet, and I forgot the girl's name. Including with 2 new characters, which is
Yeah, so
Vox
obviously we've already
and,
announced 8 different players.
forgot her
characters in
name,
this
but
game. And this time we wanted to
I believe
do a
she's
little bit of a deep
JoKoBod's
dive into the two
students.
new characters, Preacha and Vox, to kind of show some of their early concepts.
Oh, Preacha,
and some
okay.
of the early details and how we kind of went through the process to finalize their design.
はい、じゃあまず初めに公開されたプリチャから、いきたいと思います。公開されてね、
Scientists investigating the wonders and miracles of fascinating principle known as Ki. She happens to be stopped with Google Johigashi. They can move time
So you know, she
himself.
was the first new character shown, and we
Martial
were very
art can
happy
be-
to see all of the
can be
reactions on
detained,
SNS. Everybody was very,
or can
pleased
be
with the character.
denied.
One reaction
Not to
we
say
did
that
see
she is
was,
the
what
only
happened to
winner
Quan?
to
Because
win it
obviously the
either.
game has a history
Indeed,
with the canceled
Preacha
sequel
or
and
Preacha
stuff like
is
that.
a fight for academic
So yeah, that was
purposes,
one of the questions
not
that came up pretty
accolades.
often.
She hates the
And we
pain,
thought,
but
oh,
she
well, yeah,
or
everybody,
she
even though
isn't
it's not
willing to
actually
endure
characters
it.
that ever came out, there
As
was
long as
still a lot of love
furthers
for
her
it. It
research
really
into
shows
unique
the
and
passion of
perplexing
fans
fighting
there.
styles.
That's awesome, man.
で、実はクアンとプリチャは設定上はもう別人っていう感じです。で、めちゃくちゃ仲のいい友達だと思ってます。多分女の子同士気が合うんやろうなっていう感じです。
And in the end, actually, we almost consider Quan and Preacha as completely different characters because we kind of ended at a very different goal in the end. But we still think that Quan exists, and that they would obviously be like best friends, basically, like hanging out and have girls' night together. So.
それと、まあ、テリーにはロック、まあ、アンディには北斗丸っていう弟子がいて、やっとジョーに弟子ができたなと思って僕はすごく嬉しく思ってます。
Yeah, one thing that we're really happy about is obviously you've got Terry who had Rock as his disciple, and then you have Andy who has Hokutomaru as his disciple, and finally the other Fatal Fury original character has his own disciple as well, which was an important concept right from the start.
Very important that we give Joe his own disciple. You know, he has a lot to teach the younger generation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
How to
ancient
take down
techniques,
crocodiles and alligators.
how to
and,
fry it up correctly. You know, you don't want to overcook it. You also don't want to undercook it. It's terrible. What was Preacha's design like in the beginning, though? That's what I want to know, because she must have gone through quite a process.
まあプリーチャーの元デザインとか結構気になるんですけど、まあ多分新キャラは結構長いプロセスで完成されると思いますけど。
はい。そうですね、ちょっとデザインの話は後でしたいんですけど、まずプリチャなんですけど、最初めちゃくちゃ嫌なやつだったんですよ。
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about like the visual design, but one thing that was very different is the original personality we had in mind was almost like a nasty character, like a very mean-spirited person. So that really changed a lot over the process.
例えば、プリチャがロックに対して、あれこんな離れてるのにライジングタックル打つなんて何考えてるんだい、素振りかいとか、パワーエイブってこんな近距離で打つもんじゃないよ、テリーみたいな、そんなやつだったんです。
So at the very beginning, she was kind of the person who would almost be just totally disrespecting the other person. Like, what are you doing throwing a power geyser from there? And like, you know, what are you doing throwing trying to do a rising cycle and stuff like that.
一回それで全部台本書いてみたんですけど、嫌なやつだなと思ってやらなかったんですよね。
And we even went to the point of writing up some of these script ideas and stuff, but then kind of looked at it as like, I don't think people are gonna like her very much. She's just a little bit too mean.
And that's exactly right.
これなんですけど、いろいろ考えてた時にスーパーでボーっと歩いてたら、ドラゴンボールの PV 見てる子供がめちゃくちゃ真剣にカメハメハの練習してたんですよ。
So yeah, just talking a little bit about personal stories. He was at a supermarket, and basically he was watching a Dragon Ball, like I guess, commercial. And he was watching, and he saw like a little kid basically trying his best to do an actual Kamehameha. Like, you know, he's putting it all into it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I can totally relate.
I think we all can. Yeah. We all can.
I think we all tried that at least once, right?
Everybody's a little bit late and puts their hands up here and it's like, oh, no, can't do it. I gotta go to that one planet that I always forget the name of.
それで思ったんですよ。カメハメハって今の科学で本当にできないのかなって思ってた時に、科学、これこういう子にしようっていう感じです。
Just making sure.
And as he was watching that, he
Also,
started thinking, but you know, it feels like with the current state of technology and just science, maybe we can do a Kamehameha, you know. And then that kind of led him on that path to create that scientist sort of character.
So she's basically all of us. Like, how do we figure out the key energy not only in ourselves but outside? And she's actually getting somewhere with it.
まあ本当に俺たちが子供の時を真似してた人がまあ実現できた本人。Yeah, exactly, basically.
Hey man, I dig it. Do we have any arts show up her? Like possibly?
Yeah, so next slide, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Wow!
はい、これプリちゃんの初期案とな
Oh
り
my
ます
god! The one in
So
the
yeah,
middle
these
looks
are
like
the
a
very
Pokemon
earliest
character.
designs for her, basically.
She looks
the
straight
unused
out
ones.
Pokemon.
はい、最初、
Oh my
科
god,
学
look
者
at
でムエタイ
look at
使
the
い
right
で
side
賢く
of
てって
her.
い
Oh
う
my
の
god,
な
I
ん
actually
で
like the
こういう
right
ちょっと
side
クール
of
ビューティ
her
ーめの
better.
がいっぱいあります。
Yeah, so obviously the idea was to have a Muay Thai character who's also beautiful and also a scientist. So that was kind of the first ideas was this with the lab coat with a little bit of a sporty attire under it. And kind of a cool beauty, I guess, is the Japanese term they would use.
I think some of these designs are pretty popular with the audience.
The one on the left looks
Yeah,
generic
she
in
looks
my
like she
honest
changed a lot. I
opinion.
mean, honestly, I'm digging pretty much everything I'm seeing here.
Wow!
There we go.
We
Yeah.
could have one in the
かなり変わってます
left.
ね。
そうなんですよ、いろいろあって、
We could have
た
one
だ
left.
こ
She
れ
looks way
ならなかった
better.
理由が、どうしても KOF の新キャラっぽいなっていうのがすごく強かったんです
She
よ。
looks like
Yeah, I mean,
something out of
obviously these are great
Catherine or some-
designs, but
or
one thing that we
Persona.
thought of as a team is she doesn't really feel like a Fatal Fury character. It looks like a character that would pop up in KOF at this point still.
I suppose I can see that popping up in KOF, but that's for the future, obviously. That's a different topic entirely.
Yeah.
Do I can understand why they rejected the left
It's getting a
one?
little, getting a little
She looks
closer
like
now. There we
something
go.
out of her.
Okay.
はい、それでちょっとやっぱ画廊伝説って格
I was about to say
闘家っていうのが分かりやすく
looks
出てるよね
straight
っていうので、ムエタイってところ
She
に
looks,
思いっきり
she almost looks
焦
like
点
a
当てました。
tomboy, which
So at this
honestly,
point,
she
obviously, we're
looks
getting a
better
lot
as a
closer to what the
tomboy.
final design was, and the whole idea is basically Fatal Fury is really a lot of very like mature and like serious martial artists, and trying to really add a lot more. What do you say? Just focus on the Muay Thai aspect of her design was where we were getting here. This one.
はい、でそこから色合いであったり髪型だったりであったり、
Jesus Christ, Jay looks
調整していったりしていろんなの出してます。まあ IJKL ってことはまあ ABC とかもありました。
So obviously, we did a lot of experimenting with the accessories and the hairstyle and the hair color here, and really getting closer and closer to the final project. And as you can see, it's IJKL, so there's a lot more before this that also we're not showing now, but some other cool designs are out there as
Darn
well.
it.
interesting.
We could talk about that later, clearly. And this is what she looks like currently, you know, in all her glory. All those previous designs were awesome, but I think people like this the best. Maybe.
まあなんていうかな、他のデザインもみんな素晴らしいですけど、やっぱりこれは一番ですよねってみんな納得してるんじゃないかな。
ありがとうございます。まあ師匠とはねちょっと、ジョーの師匠とは違った感じで、まあ可愛く派手に出た感じです。実はこの子170センチぐらいあるちょっと高めの女の子に設定しました。
So yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little bit different attitude and such from Joe, but she's very cool, flashy. And one thing that he just like to mention is that she's actually fairly tall. She's about 170 centimeters, so 5'7"-ish. Looks smaller in the art, but.
Now
All
we
right,
got
looks like we're moving up
Vox.
the
Okay.
box, man. I know a lot of
Interesting.
people want to hear more
recap
about this
designs.
character.
Very interesting.
まあ次は
Now we
ボッ
got
クスで
Vox
いろいろ
Reaper.
聞きたい
Enter
と
the
思い
Demon.
ます。
Vox Reaper.
はい、
The
ボ
Street
ックスなんですけ
Assassin
ど、
in
この人は基本的
Dispatch
に
to
グラ
hunt
ン
down
ト
the
の弟子っていうところだけ決まってて、そこからいろいろと派生して作っています。
He
So
emerges
for
from
Vox,
the ground
right from the beginning, he was supposed to be
Hollywood's
Grant's disciple,
where
and that's where all the
James
whole
bodyguard
concept started,
Grant,
and
I
everything
realized
from
the
there
youth
was
talent
a
and
little bit of a
potential
smoother
decided to
process
take
and a
him
quicker
under his
process
wing
for Preacher even.
thereafter.
その元殺し屋で世間知らずでっていう感じで進んでいって、ちょっと難しかったんですけど、世の中簡単に生きてる夢とか希望とかも持ってない人で、まあ、グラントや会にあって初めてこう生きるって何なんだろうなっていう感じで、こっからどんどん進化していくキャラクターになるかなと思ってます。
So he's a former assassin, kind of naive about the world and what's going on there, and basically by meeting Kine and Grant, he kind of develops as a person and starts to realize what there is to live for in the world and stuff like that. So we really see him as a character who's really growing through the game even.
まあ、作る上ではやっぱりこうどういうことを考えてるんだろうっていうのはすごく悩んで、アメリカのヴィランだとか日本の悪役だとかっていうのをすごい参考にしています。
So, you know, that we're
As
obviously we're
Jake
still thinking a lot about other inspirations
from
and how to
Resident
make
Evil
the
6,
character
which-
even cooler. So we used a lot of American
He
comics
reminds me
and
too much
even
of
like
Jake.
villains from American comics and villains from manga and anime as inspiration.
Dog. Are these the beta prototypes?
What the hell?
これがボックスのプロトタイプですか、ベータ版ですか。
はい、これがボックスのですね。
These look
ボ
way
ックスは
better.
もともとグラントの弟子で怖い人でっていうのがあったんで、プリチャほどたくさんはないんですけど、まあ、こういう風な雰囲気の中作らせていただきました。
So yeah, I mean, obviously, right from the start, he was supposed to be a former assassin, a disciple of Grant. So he was supposed to be kind of a scary-looking character. So we had a few different versions, but not as many as Preacher. We got to the final, I guess, goal line a lot simpler and a lot quicker. 靴が欲しいですね。
僕も欲しいです。
Honestly,
まあ一目で強そうっていうか、まあダークな雰囲気っていうのが伝わるようなデザインに最終的にはなりました。でまあグラントの弟子だってことで、マント腰につけてるですね盛り込んだり、頭のタトゥーにはまあ仮面の角をモチーフになってるのもポイントかなと思ってます。
Yeah, and obviously we just wanted him at first look to be a strong, dark-looking character. Obviously, he's a Grant's disciple, so he's got little elements from his design, such as the cape around his waist, and obviously the tattooed horns from the broken mask.
まあ単発っていうか、まあ坊主キャラクターもあんまりいなかったので、シルエット的にも新しいキャラクターになったんじゃないかなと思います。
Yeah, and obviously we haven't done that sort of hairstyle, I guess, the buzz cut sort of, very often. So that was also something that we want to do. It just gives it a very unique silhouette.
はい。まあその私が SNK に入社して初めて作ったのがサムライショーダウンのダーリーなんですけど、今回久しぶりに新キャラを作ってめっちゃ苦労したんですが、かなりいいキャラクターになったんじゃないかなと思ってます。
So one of the first things he actually did when he joined SNK was create Darlie for Samurai Showdown.
Hey!
She was very
Great
popular
character.
here.
Everybody loves her. But so this was the first time in a while that he had taken on the challenge of creating new characters, and it was a very hard trouble, but he thinks he really created something very special and unique this time, especially.
Dolly was
は
an
い、そして
interesting
今回
character,
英語音
not
声、
gonna
日
lie.
本語音声両方あります。2度美味しいので
Box.
ぜひ楽しんでください。
And this time,
I'm
I think a
sorry,
lot
I'm
of people
just
have noticed, but we're
roasting
doing
Vox so
English
much. I just
voiceovers for
don't
the
like
first
his
time in the game,
design.
so make sure to watch both trailers. They're
Yeah,
both
man.
great.
That's awesome, honestly, man. Like having English voices in a Fatal Fury game in 2024, man. I can't wait to see how people react to it.
まあやっぱりその結構大きな展開ですよね。その英語の声優さんとか、まあこれからの反応とかは楽しみにしてます。
はい、これからも頑張っていきます。じゃあここからはエボの SNK ブースに関するお知らせをさせてください。
So yeah, we want to jump into a quick, just a little bit of announcement of what we're doing and what we're offering at the booth today, and over the weekend. I'm sorry.
はい、まず、あちらの SNK ブースではフェイタルフューリーシティオブザウルブスの私有台置いてあります。先ほど紹介したプリチャー、ボックスに加えてロック、テリー、マルコでプレイできますのでぜひ楽しんでいってください。
So yeah, obviously we have Fatal Fury City of the Wolves playable at our booth. Preacha, Vox, both the characters we just talked about, along with Rock, Terry, and Marco are all playable.
I still cannot
そして
handle
ですね
Vox's design.
遊んでいただいた
He looks
後
like
アンケートに答えていただきますとこちらのネックストラップをプレゼントされます。ぜひご協力ください。
So yeah, if you answer the questionnaire after the demo, you can get a net strap, obviously.
はい、次がですね、対戦台も設置してます。連続で2人に勝利するとオリジナルアケコンボタンプレゼントさせていただいております。8種類あります。ぜひコンプリートを目指してください。
So obviously there's even a place over there where you can do best of 3, if I remember right. If you get 2 wins in a row, you can get one of these buttons, and these are original. These are going to be rare. You're going to want these. You're going to want all of them. So make sure to play the game a lot.
そしてさらにブース内のフォトスポットで写真を撮ってそれに投稿していただけますとビール瓶型のこのスティックプレゼントします。ぜひ写真撮って投稿してください。ありがとうございます皆さん。
And also, if you take a photo at the photo spot on the back of the booth, you can get these awesome cheering sticks, and we want to be able to be using these at all of our events going forward. So definitely pick them up.
はい、そしてこのパネルの後の8時からこのステージで、フェイタルフューリーシティオブザウルースのエキシビジョントーナメントが開催されます。本格的な対戦は初なのでぜひご覧になってください。
And then right after this panel at 8 o'clock, we are going to have the exhibition tournament for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves right here. And this is going to be the first time that you're going to be able to see this ever. So definitely make sure to show up and vote, root for your favorite player.
Well, I just found out I'm in it, so it's definitely me. What? I think now it's time for the reason that we're all
And
here.
now, King of Fighters.
The KOF 15 special character DLC. The silhouettes are posted on social media. You tagged me in the post, and my mentions went absolutely nuts. You fried my phone for 2 days.
まあこれからの発表の話がみんな盛り上がると思いますけど、まあシルエットが SNS で公開してみんな彼の SNS とかアットかを開けててもう携帯がバグってくるからで多かった。
ネット上ではさまざまな意見が飛び交ってましたね。ファンの方々の期 待を感じることができて
Will
と
they
ても
be
嬉しいです
assist character?
皆
Want
さ
them
ん
to be
の熱
assist
い思い
characters
が
or
私たちの励み
want
にな
them
っ
to
てい
be
ます
puppet character?
Yeah, obviously, we
Well, they've
love
taken
seeing all the
two
different
slots.
theories and stuff on the internet. Lots of different ideas going out there. I mean, that kind of like passion and stuff is what really drives us to create these characters in these games. So we really would just want to thank everybody from the bottom of our heart for all of that.
Thank you はい天草っていう話も出ましたけどその可能性はゼロではないんですけどやはり皆さんがKOF ならではのキャラクターを楽しみにされているのではないかと私は思っています
One of the more interesting theories was it might be Amakusa from Samurai Showdown, which again, with us, with KOF, that's never a 0% possibility. But I think everybody was really looking for something more of an iconic KOF character, right?
ちなみにヘルポケットさんは誰だと思いますか
So who do you think it is?
You
How
know
does he
who I
mature
think it
in
is.
fight,
I
though?
know I'm wrong, but is it Nelson?
Nelson desu ka?
ああそれはどうかな
Ooh, Nielsen.
違うんじゃないかな
Maybe grew his hair out. I don't know. He got a ponytail.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I had to try.
いろいろな考察があると思いますが皆さんの期待を裏切らないことを願います
Obviously, everybody has a lot of different hopes and dreams and stuff about these characters, so we just hope that everybody is happy with the final result.
画廊伝説の新作についての期待が高まる中私たちは KOF に対する情熱を燃え上がらせていく必要があると感じていますこの発表が KOF のコミュニティをさらに活気づけて、皆さんの期待に応えるものになることを願っています
So yeah, obviously we're really hard at work making the new Fatal Fury, but we really do want to continue to support KOF 15's fans and the community, and we really want the competition to keep getting better and better and better. So we want this to just be another, fire in the, an iron in the fire to just keep things going, basically.
All right, I think it's time. The characters have been announced. We've been cooking it forever. I think it's time to show them what we got.
Let's go.
Yep, we all know. Wow. They look vastly improved
The
over
characters that will be released
14.
on this DLC are Mature and Vice.
I think this is
I would
from
say we want to
their...
hear your reactions, but I think this is pretty
Wow,
much
this
speaking for
looks
itself.
way improved. I
You guys
think
seem pretty
this is
enthusiastic.
way...
This
This design is
yeah,
way
yeah.
better than their 14 design.
With the appearance of these two characters, man, I'm telling you, I think people are intrigued. How did you come up with these? Why these two?
まあ、なんていうかな、やっぱりこの二人になった理由とかはちょっと教えていただければ。
よくぞ聞いてくれましたでは説明させていただきます
So yeah, thanks for asking. We'd love to talk more about that.
Got it.
I think they're based
okay.
off of their
Yeah,
94 design. Not 94.
All
96 design.
マチャーとバイスは、KOF でも非常に人気が高くてファンからの復活が、要望が高かったキャラクターです彼女たちの人気は非常に高くて、14では多くのプレイヤーが使用してました開発内でも彼女たちは人気があって私自身も彼女たちが大好きですはい
So yeah, obviously Mature and Vice are just very popular with KOF players all over the world. There's obviously a lot of requests for them. They were very popular in KOF 14 as well, and also he is a huge fan of the characters as well, so he's very happy that he was able to bring them into 15 as well.
バトルスタイルも全く異なるキャラクターで使っていてとても楽しいですマチアの冷静で切れ味のある鋭い攻撃とバイスの豪快でパワフルな技がバトルに多彩な戦略をもたらしてくれます
So yeah, obviously one of the more interesting things is they're very battle styles are very different. You've got the cool and clinical kind of Mature, and the very powerful and almost like angry Vice. And it just adds a lot more variety to the game. So we're really really happy about that, and we're looking forward to seeing how it helps and just grows the overall esports and fan
Basically,
community.
yin and yang. They're
そして
the
マチア
yin
と
and
バイスとい
yang
えば
of
やっぱり
King
こ
of
のコスチューム
Fighters.
ですよね
and if you're talking about Mature and Vice, in his opinion, it's definitely got to be this costume. This is the oldest, the best.
96で初参戦した時の 衝
I want
撃
to
が
say
忘れられま
something.
せん。
They're the Yin and Yang
彼
before
女た
Yin
ち
and
は
Yang
このコスチューム
existed.
が私は一番かっこいいと思います。
So he really he can't forget the impact of seeing them for the first time in KOF 96. So he really thinks that this is one of the coolest costumes ever, basically.
I was gonna say these are very nostalgic. These are two characters that I think are synonymous with KOF, especially in the most modern era. So I'm very impressed and happy to see them come back in KOF 15. Can't wait to see how they play. By the way, aren't there many characters in KOF 15 who have a relation with these girls?
ああ、
There's
もう
like some-
例えば他のキャラ
I
で
mean,
関係性持ってる
obviously we
とか
got three.
いるんでしょうね、KOF15 で。
良いところに気づきましたね。ではそのあたりについても説明させてください。
Yeah, you obviously realized a key point, one of the reasons we chose them, so we want to talk about that a little bit as well.
Could it possibly be?
Yep. Orochi.
That's a big deal. The 8 heads of Orochi, the Hakeshu, are together again in KOF 15
Well, almost.
2024.
Almost together again.
はい、はい、大丈夫ですよ。
はい、15でオロチ8機種がついに勢ぞろいすることになりました。ガイデルを除くオロチ編のプレイヤブルキャラクターが揃い、単人技チームとの因縁の対決がついに実現します。
So yeah, obviously we've got the full Hakeshu, the full 8 heads here. Guided, outside of him, it's all the playable characters ever been there, put in. And obviously it'll just be interesting to see, you know, them going against the Sacred Treasures team and stuff like that. So we love to do that kind of stuff for the fans.
KOF の最初のストーリーであるオロチ編は常に高い人気を誇ると同時に、8機種が揃う場面は圧倒的な熱狂を生み出します。プレイヤブルでのオロチ8機種の集結は私自身の願いでもあり、ついに現実のものになりました。
So yeah, obviously the original story of KOF, the Orochi saga, is very popular even to this day. So, you know, and getting
It's
all
still
the
the
8
best
heads together,
saga
there's just
in
a
all
certain
King of
amount of like,
Fighters.
aura that they bring to a game, I think. So he's just really happy to have that done and be able to bring it to reality and have the fans play these characters in the game.
I come to think of it, there's like other characters in KOF that share a relationship with these two characters, right? I mean, weren't they like Rugal's secretaries at some point?
まあ他のキャラでもやっぱり関係性はあるんですよね。例えばルガールと必勝とかなんかだったらいいんじゃないかなとか。
うん、そうね。そうですね。マチュアとバイスといえば欠かせない人
They
物がい
were
ますよね。
secretaries.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
but-
talking about Mature and Vice, there's obviously one dude that you can never exclude.
Well, I mean,
Obviously,
it's
Yoi.
probably not Rugal, but it's probably somebody else very popular, and his last name is Shigami. They're
So
back
yeah,
together, guys.
Team Yagami.
I'm expecting a
Yep.
special ending.
スペシャルエンディングは期待してます。
そうです。八神伊織です。14でも猛威を振るった八神チームが復活を果たします。ナンバリングタイトルを超えて再び集結した3人の因縁にも注目したいですね。
Yeah, so obviously, Iori is, you know, a close character to these, and having, you know, the KOF 14 Team Orochi back in is just great.
15には、ルガールもいるので、マチュアとバイスが参戦することで大いに盛り上がることが期待できます。
So obviously, KOF 15, we've got Rugal in there as well. So yeah, I think it's just going to be really hyped to see all these characters together in the same game.
Awesome. I know I'm excited, but I'm also excited to hear that release date if we got it.
まああれば実は発売日が気にな
December?
ってるんです
Oh
けど。
my god.
Okay, okay.
So the
It's
end
actually
of
going to be
the
released in
year.
December, huh?
いや、まあもう飛んじゃったね、サイドが。
気になる配信日ですが、今年の12月を予定しています。
Yeah, so we are planning to put these characters out in December this year.
さらに、嬉しいことに2人同時の配信となります。
And they will be released at the same time.
It's nice to see both Mature and Vice being released at the same time. I honestly wouldn't want it any other way. Good
Okay,
job,
so they're
guys.
two
まあやっぱり
basically
それ
two
じゃないと
characters
困
with
る
two
ぐらい
slots.
だ
Okay.
ね、2人が。
そうですね。やっぱり2人一緒がいいですよね。
はい。
12月に向けてマチュアとバイスの、新しいバトルスタイルを楽しみにしてください。彼女たちの復活と新たな戦いが KOF の世界に 新しい息吹をもたらすことは間違いありません。
So yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to December. We're really hoping to see more and more people play with these characters and just add more life to the community and keep things, you know, going.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that for sure. Thank you so much. And here we go, man. The other big topic. What can you tell us about the future of KOF 15 and SWC?
まああとはその KOF15 の SWC のまあこれからの将来について何か教えることはあるんでしょうか。
はい。じゃあですね。今後についてですけど、SNK の格闘ゲームの世界大会 SNK ワールドチャンピオンシップを来年の初頭に、開催します。
So yeah, we are definitely going to be doing obviously KOF 15 in the SNK World Championship next year, early next year.
15が対象タイトルとなっており、今回のエボの優勝者も SWC に出場できます。年末に向けて大会の詳細を発表していきますので、ご期待ください。
Yeah, and obviously one big thing of news is the person who wins this EVO tournament will get the right to go to SWC. So keep fighting, I know.
KOF のコミュニティがこれからも盛り上がっていけるようにスタッフ一同頑張っていきますので、これからも皆さんの応援をお願いいたします。
So yeah, along with the fans, we just want to keep KOF as a series, one of our flagship titles, going and make sure that it's competitive and everybody's having fun with it. And we're just really appreciative of all of your support. And it's really just, wouldn't be possible without everybody here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, definitely, man. We're looking forward to seeing more future excitement for KOF. Obviously, the DLC has got everyone hype. They're excited. They can't wait for December to drop. And I can't wait either, man. I want to thank you guys for joining us, but I got some questions.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit of time.
Got a little bit of time? We can do this? Okay. So we talked about see the Wolves mechanics earlier. This has been bugging me all weekend. Did you leave anything on the cutting room floor?
まあシリーズウォーズは結構システム周りとか話してたんですけど、やっぱり採用しなかったシステムとか何かあったんでしょうか。
そうですね、実は、ガードキャンセルをもっと簡単にしようかなと思ってスマートスタイルで試した時期があったんですけど、ただ待ってるだけっていうゲームになったんでやめました。
There was one thing that we did do early was we actually basically made guard canceling like basically a one button, basically smart style like available. And it really just kind of turned into a completely different game. You're kind of just sitting there waiting for your opponent a lot of times. So we decided to leave that out and kind of adjust the, I guess, the control schemes around that sort of concept.
I think that definitely makes it a little more exciting to play in arcade mode, clearly.
Yeah.
So we City of the Wolves, the future of the Fatal Fury franchise. We know the future of KOF 15.
So no
but
guard
repeatedly, you
canceling
guys have
game.
mentioned other IPs that you would like to update. So what is the future for SNK?
Oh, well, there's a lot of stuff in the works. It's a lot of stuff I can't talk about. But we have said, and we've got a few projects that are very far out, and we want to get more and more staff because we just need more people to help us make these crazy, awesome games. And one, obviously, I think got a lot of press over here is we have announced we're making a new Art of Fighting, actually. So you're going to see Southtown in its full, 70s glory probably again. And also, one of the projects I'm in charge of that we also mentioned at the same time is Samurai Showdown Action RPG.
Woo!
So
a Sam Show Action RPG.
Look forward to that. That one we got a lot of surprises in show for that one.
Oh boy! So we get a new Sam
and
Show
if you're a fan of
fighting.
these franchises and you're looking for a game development job, send in your application. We need more people to help us make these awesome games. I need more people on that team for sure.
Get at them, people. Please. All right, so finally, do we got a message we want to say to everyone here that has stuck with us throughout this panel?
まあ最後のメッセージなんかあるんでしょうか。
はい、フェデルフューリーすごく頑張って開発してるので皆さん、これからの情報を楽しみにしておいてください。ありがとうございました。
So yeah, I mean, we've really poured all of our hearts into Fatal Fury, especially this time. So just continue to support it and look forward to all the upcoming news coming for it. はいですね。
フェイタルフューリー、シティ・オブ・ザ・ウルフズや、15を楽しんでいただけていると嬉しいです。皆さんの応援が私たちの原動力です。 これからも素晴らしい作品をお届けできるように頑張りますので、応援よろしくお願いいたします。
So yeah, we're just very happy that everybody's still having fun playing the new, not released yet, Fit City of the Wolves, and obviously the current title, King of Fighters 15, and just that kind of passion and just the passion and the fans' like love of the series is really just what drives us. So just continue. Feel free to talk to us during the event. Konya-san speaks pretty good English. He can still use a little bit of practice, so feel free to grab him.
Please don't. I don't want to do this.
All right, I think that's it for us, man. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank all of you for joining us.
Thank you.
Make sure you go check out City of the Wolves over at the SNK booth. It's here until Sunday, guys, so get at it. And Joe, I see you standing over there. I heard you got some messages for us.
Yeah, first I want to say thank you to Hell Pockets and everybody on the SNK panel. So I want to say thank you to Hell Pockets, everybody on the SNK panel. Thank you guys very much. We love connecting the community to all of our awesome developers and publishers. Speaking of connecting, I want to give a special shout out to AT&T for keeping us connected to all of our favorite FGC members here at EVO. Coming up, we have a short episode of EVO Connections presented by AT&T. If you're watching at home from Twitch in the US, get ready to play along.
No, we don't. Okay.
You'll be able to click on your answer below for a chance to win some cool prizes like a PlayStation Plus premium card. With that said, hang out for some more City of the Wolves.
To you guys live from the floor, EVO 2024. My name
Okay,
is
so
I
think we get the gist of it.
With your presence. First and foremost, it's the very first year of Tekken.
Okay, so we don't get a lot of new info, but we get enough info of what what we getting City of Wolves and Fatal Fury. Yeah, Fatal Fury, City of Wolves, and King of Fighters 15. Obviously, oh, my eye is itching. Ugh. Obviously, we're gonna get Vice and Mature, 2 separate characters in 2 separate slots, and also we got release date of when they're coming, which is the end of the year, which is surprisingly interesting to say the least. The end of the year, that's like, oh god. I mean, let's see if I remember correctly. We getting Terry Street Fighter 6. I almost say Street of Fighter. Bleh. We getting Terry in the fall of this year, and we getting both Mature and Vice at December, which is winter. And now we're gonna get, we're gonna get Elena and Mai Shiranui, which is weird because now we are getting one that's releasing at winter of all things. We don't know winter of. They say winter of 2025. I don't remember if it's winter of 2024 or winter of 2025. But I think it is when it's. I think it's Mai's going to release first and then Elena, I think, if I want to say, because the mocap. But I believe Mai is releasing in winter. Meanwhile, Elena is releasing in spring. So we're going to get Mature, Vice, and Mai, the entire SNK, the entire KOF cast in one holiday, which is wow.